It's intercepted. Ohio State interception.
All right, we're going to take a look at Tyvis Powell. Now, first and foremost, he is not a well-known name. But for those who live in Michigan or who root for Michigan, they know who he is. They do know who he is. So we're going to look at his film. We're going to go over the good, the bad, the ugly. He's not a guy that's going to be a household name. I know a lot of people are going to put him in camp body territory. He is fast. He is fast. He can run pretty well out there. He runs a sub 4.40, so that is something that I like to see. But he had a problem and difficulty with range as it relates to deep vertical balls. Believe it or not, he's great as it relates to side-to-side line. But vertical balls, as we know from here, he got burnt like toast. And if we look back at this play, you will see him actually. This is his house. He belongs inside somebody's box. In my opinion, never put him as a deep safety. He just don't have the instincts, that he don't trust his awareness out on the field. So you're going to see him. They're going to go into a shell cover 2 zone, I believe. He's just going to get burnt, and that's just not his cup of tea or his sauce or what have you. And that's his problem. So it's just been hard for the 49ers to find a spot for him. So I believe that they released him, and Chris Richard sees something out of him. Remember, he's the DB whisperer. My thing is, this is where he might makes the team on special teams. Remember, special team is a specialty skill set that a lot of people don't want to have until they need one. You want somebody that can go down the field and just make the tackle. That's all you want them to do, is go down the field and make the tackle. Don't hold, don't do anything crazy, just make the tackle, and we will see that he can be one of those guys. Powell inside, and you're going to see him inside here, and how he cover out in space is pretty well from here. Like I said, he got good, or you can say great sideline to sideline speed, because he runs a sub 4.40. So as we see right here, he's able to track the ball or track the player on the outside, and he's able to get the separation and secure this tackle right here. That's what we want. You want him to live, like I said, into the inside of the box. Now, the Dallas Cowboys roster so far, what you have your inside guys like the Jeff Heaths of the world, the George Ilokas, the Donovan Wilsons. You have all of those boys, and even if you throw in the fact Kayvon Frazier. Also, you're going to see with his skill set, number 30, Powell, he tackles wrong. He's a head dipper, meaning that he don't see through his tackles, and that's something that he's going to have to improve with. I'm thinking that using his 6'3" frame, Chris Richard may show him some more techniques and just be able to utilize him better in those sense, because you don't want to be a guy to dip your head and get injured out there. So it's from a safety aspect. You want to see through your tackles. So, and he's not a thumper. He's not a thumper. See, this is what they're talking about in the scouting report. He's a head dipper. As we're going to rewind a little bit, and he's going to dip his head. He's not going to see through his tackle. Now, if this was Kayvon Frazier, this guy would have been, he'd been laid out like asphalt. But that's a story of a different day. Boom. But he dips his head and he tackles. So he does get out to space, and you will see that out of his game. But like I said, you do not want him covering deep passes out vertically. He did a great job of not just being patient and not over pursuing on this ball or this route, and not kicking off and getting off of his guy and worrying about the quarterback running out to the edge. He did a great job of trailing underneath, and this was a good positioning right here, because the quarterback really had nowhere to go with the ball. Everybody's showing man-to-man. So it may be a situation where he can utilize that 4.4 speed to be probably a man-cover defensive back on this particular team. Look, trailing underneath, so there's no way that he can get that ball to that tight end. So that's pretty good. I do like that. Speed is speed. You can't create speed. You can't coach speed. Speed is given to you. So hopefully he can just have that type of a situation out there as it relates to depth purposes. This is what the Cowboys are doing, finding ways to have that depth person, that person that's in the inside. And this was his one fumble. I mean, pursuing to the ball and flying out to the ball is everything, but this is his one highlight that I was able to find and put out there to the universe. And we're going to fast forward it a little bit. And right here, safety is always the person that stops the opposition from creating all of this space, because this is the last line of defense, and by him being the strong safety, at least he got to the edge and he was able to create this fumble, turnovers, and takeaways. That's what we want. Yes, indeed. Cowboy Nation, thank you all for watching. I want to know your thoughts. I really want to know your opinions of, is it Tyvis Powell? Let me know. Post it down below. Do you think that Chris Richard can work some magic out with this guy? Do you think that he just a camp body? You think that there's no possibility that he can go back to his Ohio State days? Remember, he won defensive MVP on one of the games in Ohio. I think that he won Defensive Player of the Year for Ohio at one time. Or it could have been for a stretch of games, however they give out those trophies at Ohio. Just let me know, post your thoughts down below, especially for those who live in Ohio area. You guys might know more of Tyvis Powell, or especially Michigan fans. You guys know about it, right? You know, kind of ripped that victory right from you all. Let me know how you guys feel. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace.